Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're looking at some entitled people that got owned.
Pwned.
Am I the a-hole for switching to regular milk to prove my lactose intolerant roommate keeps stealing from me? Court is in session. Me and two other guys share an apartment together and we split all the bills. The only thing we don't split costs on is groceries. Everyone's in charge of buying their own food and we don't touch whatever doesn't belong to us in the fridge. We put our names on everything so nothing gets mixed up. This issue's been going on for almost a year and I'm sick of it. One of my roommates, R, keeps stealing my food. I get home from work and containers with my leftovers are sometimes missing. They have my name written on it, or my stuff finishes too quick. My gallon of milk, for example. I buy almond milk because I like the taste, but it seems to finish after a week even though I've only drank it once or twice. I confronted R about this lots of times and this has caused a lot of arguments. He outright denies it and tells me I'm crazy even though it's so obvious. My other roommate and I carpool together because we both work the same early morning shifts around the same area, so I know it's not him. It's always after we get back home and R's already left for work that I notice my food's gone. My roommates also had a similar problem, but not as often as I do. I'm guessing R doesn't like what he buys.
It's not to my taste.
The funny thing is R buys a lot for himself and is even stingy about his food. He will point out what's his when he comes back from grocery shopping and tells us not to touch it. Interesting. Remember what I said about cheaters always thinking you're cheating? I feel like the same thing goes for people who steal. Your mind will immediately go toward, oh, she stole from me, instead of a reasonable explanation. Last week my milk was nearly empty again and I got fed up. I went to the liquor store and bought regular dairy milk. They sell dairy milk at the liquor store? What kind of liquor store are you going to? I forget, this is probably in the States where they sell milk and alcohol in the same places. I drank what was left of my almond milk and refilled the gallon with the one I bought. This was to catch/prove R is the one stealing since he's lactose intolerant. The next day, Saturday, we got back from work and R is pissed. He yells at me that he was stuck in the bathroom for 40 minutes with diarrhea because of my milk. He was using it to make a shake. I'm sorry, how is that your fault? How dare you? How dare you? I only responded with, so then you're the one who's been stealing. He exploded. He admitted he was sometimes drinking my milk and eating my food, but he was more mad that I switched milks than the fact that he was caught. Isn't that funny? Isn't that the ticket? Sneaky, sneaky. I told him I wouldn't have done that if he just stopped taking my stuff from the fridge or at least told the truth instead of trying to make it seem like I was making it up. My roommate backed me up and thought it was kind of funny he got payback for stealing from us. It's a little tense right now. My roommate told me R is trying to convince him to agree to kick me out. I'm sorry, what? You dirty little thief! How dare you! Little does he know we're both looking to move somewhere else because we're sick of this crap. I told some buddies what happened and a few think that I was the a-hole. I feel like I'm not in the wrong here, absolutely or not. He didn't even ask you first. If he had asked you, then you could have informed him that it wasn't almond milk. But he didn't. Because he was stealing! Ah! He was taking my food and not even owning up to it, and I wanted to prove it. Does that make me the a-hole? Absolutely not, boyfriend. Can I call you that, boyfriend? Homie? I feel like we're homies. I feel like we're friends because I probably would have done the exact same thing.
That's my milk.
I say you are not the a-hole, my dear, but I'm interested to see what everyone else has to say. Not the a-hole. As you said, if R wasn't stealing your food, he wouldn't have had a problem. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How is that suddenly your fault? Also, it's not like this is a life-threatening allergy. It causes a minor, if smelly, inconvenience. As someone who has lactose intolerance, I can agree. You may get explosive diarrhea or really gassy, but it ain't life-threatening. But he's mad over his dookies. What can I say? As someone who also gets mad about their dookies, I can but I think you had the right to do this. You are not the a-hole, my dear. That's why I don't live with roommates. Hell to the no. It very much is a mine is yours and yours is mine mentality, but it's more along the lines of yours is mine mentality. I ain't got time for that. It's not necessarily the milk, it's the principle, you know? Just ask. Just ask. Ask permission and there wouldn't be an issue. But no, you gotta go and steal it.
Listen to this guy try to tell me how to shoot.
That's right, one time. Go up like this, down like this.
Technically it goes like this.
Wow, yes. Try it. Great.
Get it. Sink it, baby. Sink that. Oh! Kind of looks like you should be the one giving him lessons. Moral of the story? Mind your business. Entitled mom tries to stop me from getting into my own home. Gets owned. Context. I live in the center of a town that does a yearly half marathon. The marathon route basically traps me in my building as it goes on the roads around it, which I need to cross to reach the rest of town. It's been taking place years and was here before me, so I'm not bothered by it. I just avoid leaving my building until most of the runners have gone. On this day, I had an errand to run but was going out in the afternoon, so I was forced to push through the crowds on the pavement to then wait to cross through the runners. I managed to get to the shops and do what I needed to do. On my way back, it started hailing a crazy amount. Huge stones that made the ground look like it had been snowed on. Spectators were sheltering underneath shop awnings, including the one above the door to my building, where a mom and her 2 young children were standing. Cast: me, Mighty Elmo, and Evil Mutton. Me: excuse me, so sorry, so British. Can I just quickly get through? Entitled mother looks absolutely furious.
No, find your own spot. We're standing here.
Fair enough, the door isn't too obvious. Me: no, I actually just live in this building, so I need to get through that door. Entitled mother:
I don't think so. These are offices. I work in them. Don't try and fool me and my girls into moving for you.
they are not offices, so Lord knows why she would say that. She's still in my way. Me: I really do live here. Look, I have my key and can open this door. Entitled mother:
No, can you just piss off and go somewhere else?
she's being loud so everyone nearby can hear and is staring. Me: look, I really do just want to get into my home. Everyone is looking at us now, so if I'm just trying to get you out of the way, I don't think they'll put up with it. Do you? Entitled mother said,
Fine, remember everyone is looking.
she moved, so I put my key in the door and quelle surprise!
Surprise!
It opens! I give entitled mother a little wave as I walk through and clock a couple of onlookers, stifling some laughter. After all that, entitled mother immediately walks off with her 2 daughters into the hail. Let's be honest, she was just trying to protect her daughters from the hailstorm, but she was doing it in a very Karen manner. 1 star, pleasant environment, terrible staff. They messed up our order and refused to correct it. They literally stared at me like blink, blink, blink. When I was explaining we received the wrong food item. Perhaps your window workers could write down orders correctly. 0 out of 10 customer service. Not supporting this business after our Indiana Dunes visit. Response from the owner. First of all, your order was made correctly based upon what the man you were with ordered. What was on the ticket was what we put out the window. Our window attendant addressed that with you. Secondly, we didn't even refuse to correct the issue. Our window workers do not have access to the cash register. So we explained to you that to get your order altered, you would need to go back to the first window and speak with the owner. We highly suggest that next time, if you aren't a fan of what your significant other orders for you, you come and place your own order yourself. You may view not getting your way when you demand something angrily as poor customer service, but you don't get to treat our workers poorly just because you change your mind. Please don't come back. Never return! Take your entitlement elsewhere! It's the blink, blink, blink for me. Blink, blink, blink. See, that's what I do when people are being incredibly unreasonable. I'm sorry, what?
I'm totally up for debate whether or not this is a completely outdated opinion, but she's like, I have a lot of guy friends. I'm like, I don't think you do. Yeah. I mean, you too. But anyway, so I wasn't in the mood for that. Later, we'll have by the way, when I said discussion, I didn't mean just tell me to f off. But I'm not like one of those tough guys, you know, I'm not like an alpha male type guy. Yeah. I know. What is your problem, really? I mean, do you experience joy in any way? Have you been listening to anything? If you played the tape back, I didn't even say anything wrong. All I did was say things that are just a little bit out of step with the status quo right now, and you can't handle it. But what I would recommend you do is spend 10 years struggling on open mics so that you can get 10 minutes to talk to a room full of strangers for a couple of minutes. Okay? I mean, genuinely, this is the stuff that pushes me a little to the other side, man. Right over there. No, not listening. And then you're going to go to work tomorrow and you're going to be like, yeah, so he was on stage saying these things, right? Where were you? Comedy club. Okay. But anyway. But he was like saying these things that sounded really offensive, but he was like saying them in this way that sounded like he didn't really believe it. He was just kind of like, oh, like a joke? I don't know what that is. But no.
It do be like that sometimes. Can we all just collectively agree to just let the comedian talk? Shh. My turn to speak. See this microphone? This video you're watching? Mine.
Hello?
Hey, Karen?
Yes.
Hey, yes, ma'am. This is James Goodall from Goodall's Lawn Care.
Yes, hi. Thanks for calling back.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I really thought about that job and what you need done.
Mm-hmm.
So for the rock part, to remove the rock and then put the other rock back down,
Mm-hmm.
really you're looking at like $550.
550?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you be able to, you're going to keep the rock too though, right?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I mean, yeah. Yep, I'm going to keep it.
Because we got a price of $350. Would you be able to come down? Because we were going to do the same thing.
No, I mean, no, not $350. The only thing I could do is if we could do both. We could do the side of it for like $750. But there's no way. $350. Yeah, I would go with that guy if he's gonna do it for $350 to remove all that rock and then put the rock back in.
But he's going to keep the rock too.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we would get rid of it for you. Yeah.
Would you be able to come down at all? A little bit more though? At least a little? Like maybe 4?
No. I mean just to get the guys out there and how long it'll take. Like 550 is about, is for sure like what we would do it for. Yes, ma'am. I understand it, that guy, what happened to that guy?
Well, I'm still getting prices. That's what I was trying to do, is see if I can get it less, but it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, $350 is definitely a good price to remove all that rock and put the other rock in it. Definitely I would go with him.
But you guys are keeping the rock. All right, how about...
Well, I get it, but either way, it's either we have to get rid of it or we keep it. Like, either way, the amount of labor is the same.
I appreciate it. It's just really high.
Yeah. No, I definitely, like $350 for that guy to come out there and get the job done. I would definitely go with him. Yes, ma'am.
I agree. Okay. Well, thank you.
All right, Karen. Let me know if that thing falls through and you need our help.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Plot twist. There is no other guy. There was never another guy.